Hi everyone, Bobbie Laporte here again with my weekly leadership tip for your best next move, where I help you see continuing curveballs as an opportunity. This year, I want to help you actively use your personal agency to accelerate what you want to accomplish in 2022. So in last week's video log, I introduced the idea of what I call an existential curveball. That big what now that seems to persistently hang over you. If you work in a hyper-growth, fast-changing environment like many of today's leaders do, you probably recognize that feeling. And for many of you, that often means that the critical work of leaders, establishing a vision, setting strategy, and bringing people along can be very challenging because the end goal is often a moving target. And I also shared that I believe there are 3 things you need to consider to keep making progress and adding value in this environment, to counteract those little curveballs of doubt that keep pinging you in the face of uncertainty. Last week, I covered the first consideration, how you lead your team. This week, we'll cover the second one, the critical importance of building boss and peer relationships as you work to move your agenda forward. Now, in today's uncertain world, many leaders understandably lack confidence. And when that happens, they tend to hunker down, to take a go-it-alone mentality for fear that people will find out that they really don't have a plan. Like, maybe if I just keep my head down, everything will be fine type of thinking. But this is exactly the opposite of what you should be doing. Now, even while your plan is clearly a work in progress, you need to share your thinking with your boss and key peers and stakeholders to get their input. Because you need to show that you have confidence, even if you don't entirely feel like it, in where you're headed. Remember, it's about the direction, not the destination. So here's my tip for this week. Make sure you have somewhat of a formal outline of your plan as it is, and make it part of your job to include others in your thinking so that you can understand what your planning possibly does to impact their success and how they can support you. And others are also likely to have visibility into what's coming or changing in other areas of the organization, things that you don't see and that may impact your plan so that you can adapt and adjust. And finally, how you sell your ideas, how you promote yourself and your team is an important part of your leadership focus in a changing environment. So that's my tip for the week. I'll cover the third and final consideration in next week's tip. In the meantime, if you need help on using your personal agency to make your success strategy for 2022 a reality, check out my new book, When the Curveballs Keep Coming, a leadership playbook for an uncertain world, and also my new online course, Leading Through Uncertainty. All right, everyone, have a great week, and I'll see you next Monday.